Hi everyone, I'm Rahul Dasgupta. I am a design graduate from NIFT Kolkata. I have recently started my menswear label in 2020 August. I started my own studio, but the journey was not really easy. So it went back to 2010 when I was struggling with whether I should pursue fashion or not. So my parents are from engineering background. They wanted me to become an engineer. So at my first graduation, I finished in computer science. I briefly worked for Wipro for some time. Then I realized it's not for me. Then I pursued my passion, which is fashion designing. I tried for NIFT and I got it. And after 4 years designing course, I wanted to open my own label. I had no experience at all, but I had a little money. I saved a little money to start my own label. So I freelanced for a year as a fashion stylist after my graduation, and I started my label without any experience at all. I came up with a collection. I didn't know what to do with that because I didn't have a clientele that time. No matter how creative you are, you need to know where to sell your stuff because otherwise it's just a job. What will you do with that money? So that was a failed attempt, and that time I was on education loan, so I had to pay the bank as well. So I was desperately looking for a job just to sustain, and then I got a job at Rukeru as a designer. In 4 years that I have been working as a women's wear designer at Rukeru, so I wanted to explore how good I am in menswear. So I thought of exploring menswear pattern and thought of coming up with my own label with it. So this idea I discussed with Rukeru, and they were gracious enough to accept the idea, and they become the business partner with my own label. So right now it's labeled Rahul Dasgupta, partnered by Rukeru. It's been 6 months that I came up with the studio. The business is slowly picking up. It was in lockdown when I started, so things were not in a good condition, but slowly and steadily we are picking up. So this is my third attempt where I could sustain my own label for at least 6 months. So when I graduated from NIFT, I won the most creative design collection award. So after that, I thought I would come up with really creative collection. That would be my label. So I came up with that in my first attempt, and there was no clientele who would wear that. That's extremely creative. People would come and tell me it's very nice collection, but nobody would buy it. So eventually, if you are not going to sell your garments, there will be a loss of money and you will be in depression. I was in a depression for some time. I was thinking, why aren't people buying it? Because it's really creative. People are telling me that it's really nice and stuff like that. But slowly and gradually with time, I understood that it's very, very important to know the client's taste. What people say nice to things and what people wear are completely different. You need to know the balance between your creativity and sellability of the pieces. So right now, I am trying to balance my creativity with the sellable pieces. I am making pieces which people can wear. So my menswear collection speaks about urban men who like to dress up. So I always play with a fine balance between class and quirk. My garments are not too quirky that you can't wear. It's basically a very classic silhouette. I don't experiment with color much. It's very restrictive color palette. It's majorly blue, black, grey, silver, all these colors are there, but I experiment with the surface and the fabrication of it. I create a lot of creative surface development techniques. There are a lot of tie and dye dory work, slot seam, hand faggoting. A lot of effort goes into one garment. Very detailed garments are there. But at the same time, it's not something that you can't wear. I use a lot of silk organza, which is not quintessentially a menswear fabric, but it's just a very gender neutral fabric, I feel, which I think a lot of millennials can relate to, because in today's generation, people want something new, people want something experimental which speaks to their personality. So I get a lot of clients who are of my age or younger. My clothes resonate with them. They feel confident wearing it. You know, fashion has always been about expressing yourself. It's a form of expression. So, you know, and today's generation is being a little more conscious about it. So they know what exactly they want to wear. They want to wear something which speaks their personality, which is very, very important part of today's clothing. So, you know, they feel powerful wearing it. So if we talk about power dressing, The concept started back in late 70s or 1980s. So that time the society was male dominant, and women wanted to prove themselves. They wanted to show that they are as equal as men. So that time the clothing of women become more tailored, high neck sweaters and padded shoulders and stuff like that. That was quintessentially, if we go by fashion rules, that was quintessentially how power dressing was. But in today's generation, if we talk about power dressing, it's just not restricted to women anymore. It's more about men exploring their identity, gender orientation and stuff like that. It's basically bridging the gap between men's clothing and women's clothing. And that's exactly what millennials do nowadays. They want to feel confident in the piece of clothing that they are wearing. They want something which speaks how they exactly are. So fashion has always been a form of self-expression. Back in 1980s, there are different kind of subculture which existed. Punk, rock, goth, hippie, grunge, all these subcultures, they had a very certain sort of dressing. So their form of dressing was to communicate with the society, what they want to showcase, what they want to prove. Right now, probably they don't exist anymore, that whole subculture, or maybe like a very minority of people. So the form of expression remains. I have a friend who shaved her head all of a sudden, and she had beautiful long hair. She just shaved it all of a sudden. We were really surprised. And she said she feels more confident in it. So, what we realize, that fashion is not about being beautiful. It's just about being confident in your own skin. You can do whatever you wish. You can do whatever you wear as long as you feel confident in it. There is no rule about it. I don't believe in fashion rules. I mean, I strongly feel the fashion rules should be restricted for the designers only. They should know all the rules, how to make clothes and what to make and what not to make. But the one who's wearing it, there shouldn't be any rule for it. Anyone can wear anything that they want as long as they feel confident in it. And that is the form of self-expression that we all are trying to achieve here. Every millennial, everyone of our age and younger to us, or maybe older to us, they want to feel confident in it. And that's the ground rule. In today's world, the actual meaning of power dressing is you have to feel confident in it. Once you feel confident, you exude power. And that's exactly what power dressing is. Doesn't matter what body type you are, doesn't matter what your age is, as long as you can carry off what you are wearing, there is no rule. If you are in your 50s, 60s or whatever, and if you wish to wear bright color, go for it. If you are a plus size person and if you want to wear light colors, horizontal stripes, go for it. You just need to feel confident in it, and that's exactly what power dressing means. And today's generation acknowledge that. They are much more aware of the fact, and they celebrate every kind of body. So along with being fashion conscious, one needs to be fashion aware and fashion responsible as well. So what happens is, in today's world, fast fashion is capturing the entire fashion market. You get fresh off the runway copies where it is made out of non-biodegradable materials and at a very cheaper rate. So we as millennials tend to buy it because, that will be a lot of clothing. We can buy a lot in that price. But what happens is, because they are made of with non-biodegradable materials, you probably wear it once for your Instagram post and then you will donate it and it goes to the land pile. So it's creating harm for the environment. So I think as millennials, it's our responsibility to take care of the environment as well as being fashion aware. So if we can balance these two, I think nothing like that. So when we talk about power dressing, at the same time, we have to talk about the environment. Our clothes should speak about our personality, but as well as if we are fashion aware and fashion responsible, that will take us long way from here. So I think for any millennials, the tip would be, wear whatever you wish to wear. There shouldn't be any fashion rule. You have to feel confident in it. That's just the rule. And at the same time, just be fashion responsible. That's it. Thank you.